Hello there. This here, I took apart. The gigabit motherboard won't fit in it. It's too wide, but I've hooked up all the drives that's currently in this right now. What I'm getting ready to do is install this PCIe M.2 NVMe drive. I bought a 4 terabyte one. And it's right here. One of the things I forgot to order was a heatsink, but I can always order that later. And then the RAM for the Dell came, which they sent me the wrong. I ordered the right kit, but they sent me the wrong kit. They sent me 2 8 gig sticks instead of 2 16 gig, but at least I have that for another project, I guess. They did apologize and send me an email and offer for a refund, but then I have the Corsair iQ. This is an AIO liquid cooler for another build. So I have this kit to install in one of the other computers. So what I'm going to do now is flip this over and install this kit here. I got to get a screwdriver. So it's hard for me to hold the camera here and do that. So once I have this put together, I'll show you that and then show you where I put it, and then we'll turn the computer on and boot it up and install an operating system on this drive here. So this should speed this up quite a bit. So be right back with you. Alright, I'm back with you here. Right up in there is where I installed that drive. And the little retainer thing, you better have good eyes. And I would recommend using a towel, because if you drop something, that screw is very tiny. But it went in the bottom slot. I don't know if it would be better to go higher up or not, but we shall see. So what I'm going to do is set this back down on the floor and boot it up. So I'm going to pause this here. Alright, I got the mouse and keyboard. The computer's down here. I'm getting ready to turn it on here. Gotta reach under the table. Turn the power supply on. I think I'm hitting the... There we go. Just hitting the RGB button. But we're getting ready to boot up here and see if this sees the drive. I don't remember if it's escape or delete for the BIOS. I think it's delete. Yeah. Okay, it sees. I saw that it saw the drive, or it looked like it did. So we'll boot up Mint and check in the menu, and if we can mount it, we'll install our Linux Mint on that. Instead of using it for a storage drive. I mean, I could always change it later, but we shall see together here. I have the HP case apart. If you're wondering why this is booting up, this is the power supply that was in the other one. This is a LSP. I think it's a 500 watt. No, 750. I think I have a couple of these that are 500 watt too. But this was in the The one with the two 250s in the other room, the Asus. I had it in this. I might put that other board that I have in the other room in this. I gotta make a video. I'll probably do that for you, testing that processor. So I have the other one over there by the trash. I don't know if I'm gonna throw the board away. I just stuck it over there for now. If it ends up being no good, I'll stick a sticker on it that it's no good. Maybe it just blew something easy. But when it comes to the processors, it's hard to say if it blew up north or south bridge or something like that. I mean, it's parts board, or send it to somebody that has more equipment than I do. A few bad caps or something. I mean, I'll take the time to fix stuff like that. Oil a fan or something. Let's see. 2 terabyte. It's these, the 2 terabyte ones. Alright, let's Alright, hello again. I went and hooked up a new drive here. Just one drive, and the M.2 NVMe in this. The Windows 7 boot I have, I think it's blue screening because I forgot to activate the user code or whatever. It might have locked me out or something, but I can reinstall it or not worry about it. Waiting for this to boot here. Made some changes, so the BIOS is thinking about it here. Out of coffee. I need to order some coffee. Some other groceries. This thing's been fighting me a little bit on this here. I don't know why. I don't know why that's just sitting there like that. Pause you here. Okay, I think that was a me error. I was forgetting to hit F8 for the boot device. I'm going to go into the BIOS here. Hold on. Alright, here's the BIOS. Date and time's wrong, but here's the amount of RAM that's in it. Alright, I want that. Let's see. Boot priority. I want the USB, the priority, so let's see, first boot device, removable. I don't have a CD-ROM, so second boot device is hard disk. Alright, and if you want to see some of the other stuff in here, like you could overclock it if you want. Some of the stuff, but I'll exit out of here, save changes, and should reboot now to install this operating system on this hard drive here. I have this 2 terabyte down here is the only one hooked up, the very bottom one. I took it off of the RAID and put it on a regular SATA. If you notice, there's red and black cables. The red cables in this are RAID drives. Those two drives are identical, so. So it might take it a minute to search that drive, or it's just not wanting to boot. Pause this here. Alright, this setting right here, I had to change it in the BIOS so it boots to the flash drive instead of the hard drive. So that's in the hard disk boot priority there. So I'm going to exit out of here and save this. And this will reboot. I don't like to give you a lot of dead space here, but it's doing its thing here. So seems like it's always wanting to go back to that hard drive for some reason, and I don't know why. It should be booting right. Well, maybe I guess it's looking for it because it needs to use it. I hear the hard drive spinning, but it should be booting to the pauses. Alright, we finally got it to boot. For whatever reason, this drive wasn't being seen, and I did switch the drive again, so let's see what happens here. It seems like it's taking its sweet old time. Alright, a couple things I might not have showed you. I don't know, I told you about it. I ordered some CMOS batteries. So, uses a CR2032, which is pretty standard. It's used in a lot of things, but I went and got an SSD drive, so I'm going to pop that in this computer. I don't know if there's anything on this drive or not, so be right back. Alright, I'll give you a look at the problem drive here. What is this thing? 500 megabyte Samsung. I don't know when it was made. This is a 2.5 inch drive, like would be in a laptop of the day. Sometimes, you know, the obvious, I don't see it until later on. But that's the info on it. This is a SATA drive, so I took it out. It still has the cage on it, and I replaced the one down here. So it's booting up now. So let's see what's going on. This boot up does that until you hit. I don't know why it's going into rescue. I wonder if it ruined my boot drive. Be right back. Alright, we're back to here. It I don't know, for some reason it was doing something weird. I don't know if it if there's something on this SSD drive. It might have a Linux or something on it. As most of my stuff does, so be right back with you. I started having some goofy problems when I installed this M.2 VME, because I've not used one of these. This is an adapter, because this board doesn't have the slot on it, but I think my laptop does. If I get another board with an NVMe slot, which I could order one, I guess, if I really wanted to, but use the drive in that. I'm sure it'll work in this, but it's just one of those things. If it's causing an error because there's no driver and it's on the PCIe bus. It might cause an install issue or something, I don't know. But they obviously work or they wouldn't make them, so. It's just, I haven't seen it detected, but I haven't gotten it to boot. I'm trying to put a permanent operating system on one of these drives, so determining which ones need something done to them, I'll have to run some check disks on them on a computer that has more tools installed, not just running off a boot USB to test it. So I'll pause this until I get to a screen. Alright, there it is. Alright. I'll pause this here for a second. See right here, this is something truly odd. That's a 4 terabyte drive that I put in there. And I didn't pick that, but it installed this to that. I wonder if that's why it wasn't booting, because it was... Alright, hold on a second here. Alright, it's installing now. I had to unmount the drives, but while it's installing, I can show you a little bit around, like some of the stuff that is in the menus here. Like I was using the G-parted one a minute ago, which is right here. It's a hard drive tool. It'll run a little slow because it's installing too. But here's what we're working with right now, what it's installing to. It's a 250 gigabyte SSD, so it's the only thing. The NVMe shows up. I unmounted it because it installed that Linux Mint on it. I didn't realize that it did that, but that's that PCIe card. So once this gets installed, I'll erase that and reboot this, and I'll be right back with you. It's just some of the goofy issues you might have with some of the stuff. It might be better to plug one of those in after you have an operating system already in it, opposed to trying to install to it on maybe one of these older motherboards. You might need a newer BIOS or something to detect those. This is a, well, 2012, so you might as well say it's 15-year-old board, because I think they came out in 2010, this particular platform. Like this old HP right here is from 2008, so it's old and ancient by today's standards. So pause this again. Alright, we have a couple options here. Restart now or continue testing. I'm going to do continue testing and remount this drive here. Be right back. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to restart this because I was checking to see if the 4 terabyte drive was seen. It's just the 256 at the moment. So hopefully it'll boot to the SSD and not the 4 terabyte. I want the 4 terabyte as a storage drive, so I'm waiting to see what it's going to do here. If I have to pull it out to boot it up, and then I shouldn't have to. Looks like it might boot here. We'll see. So I'll pause this. This video is kind of long, so. Alright, so we have a success here. I'm going to enter my password. But I have the first 3 parts of this up here in the editor. So once I get done with this, I'll plop it up for you. So I'm going to pause this. Alright, so there's the Linux Mint installed, and it's got the welcome screen, so I'm going to close that out. I don't want to start that right now, but I want to look at the files here. Use so it's 241 gig available on the boot drive. Let's go to G parted here. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's not installed. I don't have this connected to the internet, so let's see, software manager. I would have thought the 4 terabyte drive would have been seen already. Sees the network. Audacity is nice if you do music. Let's see. System tools. Probably have to plug it into the internet to get some updates, but it's the Firefox browser. I wonder why that I saw it earlier in the install. Let me restart this and see now that it went through its thing. Exciting, right? Alright, it's booting into that. Yeah, I should get a login. Yep, pause this for a second. Alright, I'm updating the multimedia codecs. Yeah, I need to hook it to the internet, so pause this. So it's asking me to authenticate here, so go ahead and do that. Yeah, I still didn't plug it into the internet. I just had to go through that. So, all right. Let's see here. It's just wanting me to update those. Sound, video, rhythm box, some of this other stuff to play music. It's Pretty nice system. Software manager. Files. Wondering why that it doesn't see the NVMe right at the moment. Pause this here. So I'm going to end this video here, but right now the disk that it's seeing is that one. I'll have to look into this adapter card I got for compatibility, but at least it's working in Linux Mint and it's installed on this disk now. So this one here was blank, so I'm going to mount it into the computer where it goes, and we'll get this done. So there you have it.